Good morning, teacher. I am going to talk about how to create a research paper. To read a research paper, we have to use all the title wrote outline that we created before. In this way, we can explain point by point the supporting topics that we choose, and we can support it with the evidence that we have. We have three important steps to write a paper. The first step is writing the topic sentence. First, we have to write the topic sentence in a different way, in a way that we can call it a supporting point or a main idea, because this topic is expressed in a different way that is logically connected with the thesis statement and with the next paragraph. It has to be logically connected in the focus way and in the topic way. It is important because in other way we are not going to know what we want to say. Next, we have to review the ideas of our paper. We have to review the ideas of our paper. This is that we have to read again all of our notes or evidence and the things that we have written science now, because we have to give a better idea of what we are going to write. To this, we have to put first the most important topic in a way of a supporting point or a main idea. And we have to make sure that all our ideas had sense into them. If the ideas doesn't make sense into them, the reader are going to lose in the right. Next, we have to write our first draft. We have to make sure to develop all our ideas in a way that it makes sense. If we don't have what to put then of the topic sentence or the main idea, we have to leave an space and continue with the next idea. It's important to follow our line to write our first draft. In other way, we are going to lose in the writing, and we are going to write many different things that doesn't have sense with the thesis statement or with the paragraph. Then one important thing is that we have to get out the writer's block, because the writer block is something that every writer has. If we don't have idea of what we need to put, maybe we need to leave it for a time. For that is important to take breaks regularly. Even if you are writing well. Yeah. We have to write what we think or like we are talking with a friend. If we write our ideas like if we were talking with a friend, it is easy to us to take out these ideas of our mind. We have to start with the most easiest sections of the right, because in this way we are not to be confused, and we have to start with what we have, and then we can add new ideas, not in a different order, because if we add first new ideas, then maybe the ideas that we have don't have space to enter in the right. Then we have 3 steps for integrate our evidence. This is an important step because this is what are going to give or write the validation. Yeah. First, we have to take to know how quoting and paraphrase the evidence. If we don't have a good quoting and paraphrase evidence, maybe we are going to commit plagiarism. Yeah. It's important to know that we can't all time use a direct quotation. The direct quotation we have to use only in two situations. When the original reading is on a poetic language, or when the read that we want to quote is do it for a important person, a famous or important person. Then we have the paraphrasing. This is important to follow all the ideas that have the original reading, because we cannot, in the paraphrasing, we cannot add new ideas that were not in the original article, because we are giving to the author ideas that he don't have, or that he don't put in the article. We have to mention the name of the author of the article that we are paraphrasing, the year and the title of the article. Yeah. It's important to do all these things in the paraphrasing, because this is to not commit plagiarism. If we don't do these things, maybe the author of other paper are going to think that are our ideas, and this is not true, because these ideas were taken of another article. Then we have to connect the evidence with the topic sentence. We cannot put the evidence without a connection of the topic sentences of the paragraph. This is wrong, and are going to make that the reader can lose the connection. Yeah, we have to connect the idea before explain evidence. We have to make a continuation, and then we can insert the evidence. We have to include enough information to put the evidence. In this way, it's going to have sense. And we have to don't introduce the evidence without a good introduction idea. It maybe could do that the reader be bored or don't understand what we want to say. Then, for introduce the evidence, we have two different formats, and here is the first. The first is when the format when we know the name of the author. When we know the name of the author, we can put the title every time. the name of the author, the year, and it's optional that we can put in this way or in this way. The verb in simple present. Other formats to put is in this way. This is another way, and this is another way. In all of these we have the title, unless in this, but every time we have to put the author. Then an example that when we don't know the name of the author, in this way the title is important, and then the idea. Yeah. Other thing that we have to take in mind when we are writing, when we are introducing the evidence, is the verbs that we are using when we are introducing the evidence. Here is some agreement verbs that we have, that we can use when we are introducing, when we are agree with the evidence. For example, writes, states, remarks, explains, and notes. Here are some disagreement verbs when we are disagreeing with the evidence. These are argues, claims, and suggests. And finally, verbs when we are introducing evidence of a study or research. We can tell, found, show, and demonstrate. In this way, we have to know how to present our ideas in a good way. Sharing our ideas is a good way to put in an academic write. First, we have to know to choose our words, because the choice of words maybe are going to make that the reader believe in our article, or this give confidence to the reader in our article. Yeah, we have to heading to establish an academic integrity. We have two strategies. The first is when we are with adverbials and quantifiers to reduce the scope of claim. We have some words that are wrong because these words demonstrate like a doubt. These words are many, same, a number of, most, and we have other words that are correct because these words make sure that we know what we are talking about. For example, usually, generally, in general, at times, or almost always. Then we have some modal phrases. May, can, could are wrong. And something correct is will, and it is also likely that, or it is also possible that. Yeah. Then we have to connect the evidence to the topic. I took something of this before, but it's important. All the evidence need to be connected with the topic sentence because the evidence explain the topic sentence. We have to include another information to give sense the evidence that we are introducing. And we can't introduce evidence without a good introduction idea, because this makes that the reader lose in the read. And finally, we have some paraphrasing challenges. These paraphrasing challenges are some errors that we can have when we are paraphrasing. For example, in the paraphrasing word by word, maybe we need to take care with the synonyms that we are using, because some synonyms we never can use some synonyms in one context, but in other yes, and we have to take care with the paragraph, with the grammar of the paragraph when we are changing word by word. Then we have dealing with poetic or idiomatic language. This means that if we have poetic or idiomatic language, it's best that we focus only in the idea that it gives to us. It's not necessary to put all the beautiful of this phrase, only the focus idea. Then we have to managing the passages with statistics. When we put statistics or scientific information, it's better that we show it in a picture or in a table, because it's more easy to understand that if we write only in a paragraph. Then we have handling passages with opinion or bias. We have to include the point of view of the author when we are paraphrasing an opinion or a bias. It is important because we can express if this scientist have a good opinion or a bad opinion of a result of a research, for example. In this way, we have to put the point of view, not too much, only a little phrase that can show it, and we cannot put an offensive language if the author is talking about something that he don't like. And finally, we have dealing with a long passages. Just a long passage of evidence is maybe can be wrong, because it's going to be difficult to connect with our paragraph, and maybe are going to take a lot of space of writing. Maybe it's good if we summarize all of this big paragraph of information of evidence in a little idea that express or mention only the case that we have to express, no more. And this is everything. Thank you.